This story took place a long time ago, or maybe yesterday. This was a time and a place very different from our own. There was a city, renowned the world over for its beauty. Travelers from all corners came to trade and to marvel at its wonders. The people here prized knowledge and learning above all things. Great universities taught the brightest young minds, who basked in the brilliant glow of wisdom and enlightenment. In this city was a man who traveled to far-off lands and to the farthest recesses of the mind. He was a student of all who had gone before, but was constantly searching for the door to worlds and ideas none had discovered. We shall call him Ibn al-Haytham in honor of the great man, although in truth his name is now forgotten by all but a few. He lived in a beautiful house devoted to learning. His wife, who we shall call Amrapali, was the most renowned beauty in the city. Born in a distant land, a land also in thrall of wisdom. She was a gifted poet, a musician, and a philosopher whose mind matched her husband's. Ibn al-Haytham studied the stars and the movement of the earth. He studied light and optics and understood the great forces that held the earth in balance. At night, he and Amrapali would sit, eating the sweetest fruit, and look up at the stars. She to admire their beauty, he to unlock secrets that may help him understand all things. One day, a knock on the door brought a stranger into their world. The small man had crossed the sea from far away. No one was quite sure from whence he came. He spoke a halting version of their language, learned, he said, from adventurers, cutthroats and brigands who had been sent by a wicked queen to conquer their land, but had instead been taken prisoner and forced to reveal all that they knew. The man, Satadwani, had asked them who the greatest mind in the world was. They had told him about Ibn al-Haytham, and so he had set out to find him and delivered to him a gift given to his people by deities long forgotten. They could not decipher its meaning, and so it had been stored away. Ibn al-Haytham and Amrapali were amazed. Amazed at the man, amazed at his story, and amazed at the object before them. They welcomed him and sat talking until dawn. The object had markings. Most they didn't recognize, but some, to their astonishment, were numbers, Arabic numbers. In the morning, Satadwani was gone. They searched the city, but there was no sign of him. Ibn brought the object to his workshop. He studied it, trying to decipher its meaning. One evening, as he sat pondering, moonlight shone down and struck the object, illuminating the face in a way that revealed writing in Ibn al-Haytham's own language. He grabbed the pen and wrote as quickly as he could, fearing the moonlight was the only way to reveal this great gift. By morning, he had transcribed all that had been there to discover. It was a guide to a machine to reveal all layers of existence at once, time and place layered over each like pastry. When he rushed to tell Amrapali, his wild appearance was frightening to her. She was afraid of what this new knowledge may do. Ibn al-Haytham worked for days like a man possessed, buying rare metals in the markets. He sought the aid of men he had previously thought mad. He ignored his wife, staying locked in his workshop, oblivious to the beautiful music she played to try to entice him to return. After a year, he had built the machine he believed he had been directed to build. He came out of his workshop for the first time in many weeks. He raced to Amrapali. She pleaded with him not to proceed. He had everything. He had her love, which dwarfed all other things. He dismissed her fears as insignificant compared to the wisdom he was about to gain, and pulled himself away. Standing in front of the machine, Ibn turned the dial until he heard a sound like the roaring of 1,000 lions. All that he held dear was lost to him. His Amrapali, his books, his beautiful city of light. He was here, in a strange place of noise and brutality. He had discovered how to get here, but he had failed to understand why.